Hey now, insiders. This is the Inside BS show number 760. Welcome to our show today. Today's show is a different format. Today I'm going to give you the behind the scenes of what's going on here, what's going on this week, a little insight into our business, and share some of the interesting activity that we have coming up. And you're thinking to yourself, why is Dave doing this? Why is he documenting this process? Well, I'm doing it because you're a business owner and you innovate all the time. You try new things all the time. So, the premise of the Inside BS show is we share the insider business secrets with you. So, yesterday, we took you inside the world of M&A. You got to hear from an investment banker, somebody who puts deals together, who sells businesses that are $10 million a year in annual revenue and up. Earlier this week, we talked about a lot of different ways to attract new clients. We talked about some videos that we're doing, and that's the perfect place for us to begin our discussion this morning. So, as we move forward, the routine of doing the podcast every day has really inspired me. I want to take you back. I don't remember the exact episode, but I talked about Charles Duhigg and his book, The Power of Habit. And that book is referenced by James Clear in his book called Atomic Habits. The premise of both of these books is that habits start with tiny behavioral changes, and there are certain habits that are called keystone or cornerstone habits that impact other behavior all the way throughout your life. So for me, I noticed this last June when I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking for a number of reasons, mostly for personal productivity and health reasons, and because candidly, I just had had enough and I found no value in consuming alcohol any longer. So I made the decision that I was going to be done with that. That change, whether you consider it a minor change or a major change, that change in my behavior sparked the idea that I wanted to pull my blood work and see what the impact of stopping the consumption of alcohol would have on my cholesterol, on my overall well being. And that sparked a change in my eating habits. And that sparked an additional change in my daily routine so that I would exercise more. And gradually, over time, the results accumulated, and I was able to go off blood pressure medication. I was able to dramatically reduce the cholesterol medication that I'm taking. I may even be able to go completely off the cholesterol medication that I'm taking. My health got better. I've lost 50 pounds. I feel better. I sleep better. I have better clarity of thought and concentration, and I'm more productive. All of those things rippled as a result of the one change that I made. So, when we entered the new year this year, you've been on this journey with me. I decided that I was going to do a podcast every day. Now, why did I decide I was going to do a podcast every day? Well, number one, I wanted to have a conversation with you and build up a relationship with you. That was the first thing. But for me, it was about the habit of content creation on a daily basis. And I've now done this this is March 27th when I'm recording this. You're listening to it on March 28th. And I've done it since January 1st. So some quick math, we're pretty close to approaching 85 days. Just in my head, I didn't do it, the full math, but it's around 85 days. And overall, it's 760 podcast episodes. So what have I learned from doing this content creation habit every day? I've learned that once you get in the groove of creating content every day, it can be done very easily in a number of different ways. This podcast has made my educational content that I share with the members of Exit Success Lab easier to develop. It's made me sharper in the one-on-one consultations I do with my clients. It's made it easier to write articles and to outline content and a framework for a book. And what I've started working on this week is going back to recording regular video content. What I decided to do earlier in the week I railed on LinkedIn and how it didn't work. And a lot of you who are out there came back over the top at me and you said, you haven't given it a chance. You're not posting content every day. You're not engaging the audience there like you do on the podcast. And that triggered something in me. And I thought, these people are right. I haven't developed a LinkedIn content habit. Now, what I decided to do was I decided to start to create content that would be good for LinkedIn, but would have some relevance, some overlap with the podcast. And what that means is that I will record it in one format here and then in one format there. Sometimes I will record a video and post it on LinkedIn. Sometimes I will write something and post it on LinkedIn and then use what I've recorded and what I've written, adapt it for this format in the conversation that I have with you. And sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes I will record content here, post it, and it does well. A lot of you like it and you share it with other people. And I say to myself, I need to develop this content further. And I'll record a video and post it on LinkedIn. And I'll write a LinkedIn newsletter and post it on LinkedIn. So the content going up on LinkedIn is relevant to the podcast and related to the podcast and a byproduct of the podcast. So this is helping influence that. Now, do I see value and what have I done first? And do I see value in what I've done with LinkedIn? So what I've done is I've done a very raw behind the scenes type podcast-ish video, and I posted a few of those. And then I did a few more polished videos, and I've created shorts from those videos, shorter content, and I posted those on LinkedIn. But because I was doing the videos anyway, I created longer form videos, 2 of them, that are going to go on my personal YouTube channel. And it's the same content that I've shared here and similar content to what I've shared on LinkedIn. So all of this is related, and the daily LinkedIn videos have helped with the spark to do YouTube videos as well. Now, those of you who are unfamiliar, I've got over 800 videos on my own personal YouTube channel and a few hundred on the Inside BS Show channel as well. I'm good at doing YouTube videos. I have 18,000 plus subscribers on one channel and 3,400 on another channel. So I can draw a following, I can create good content, but I will tell you that I have not focused on it, just like the podcast. I haven't focused on it in a while, but I've got the bug to do it again. So what has LinkedIn produced for me this week? Well, not much. It's produced more activity. It's produced more traffic on my LinkedIn profile page, and that's about it. I have not seen any traction. I have not had anybody reach out to me to ask me any questions about my work or to ask if they could work with me, but it's only been 5 days. So we're going to give it a full shot. We're going to do it. Look, if you're going to do something, you got to commit to it for a year. I told you that. I have not told my LinkedIn audience that I'm going to be doing videos every day for a full year, but I will do videos as long as I can and as frequently as I can and as long as time permits. And the habits that I've developed make it easier for me to do that. So I feel pretty comfortable that I'll be doing the LinkedIn videos for a long enough period of time at least to see if I can produce results from it. The other thing that I really love about doing LinkedIn videos is it gives me a forum to just go right at my competition. I love to give my competitors a hard time. I love to give my competition a hard time. So the LinkedIn videos give me the opportunity to take shots at my competitors whenever I get a chance, and that is a fantastic, fantastic opportunity. So this week started kind of a new era as we enter more content creation and lead generation activity. We started with some LinkedIn content, so I will be doing it all through April. I will try to keep it up for as long as I possibly can, so we will have a fair shot at it. I'm sure I will get better at it as time goes on. I hope I've gotten better at this over the course of the last 3 months, and as we get into the second quarter, videos on YouTube, videos on LinkedIn, written content on LinkedIn, all going out, all unique content and designed for each platform, designed for each audience on each platform. I feel pretty good about the activity we've got going on. We'll see if it produces results in a year or so, but that's my commitment. That's what I'm doing, and that's what we did this week. We added that whole LinkedIn channel approach, and we'll see what it gets us. We'll see how effective it is. As a side note, it's been 27 days of posting audio podcasts on my personal channel. And I think I told you a couple of weeks ago that my audience for the audio podcast has doubled via the YouTube audience. So it's a brand new audience. It's YouTube, people listening to it as a podcast. The thumbnail images from the podcast are terrible. They're thumbnails that candidly ChatGPT is creating. I mean, I get comments that the thumbnails are terrible, but they also tell me that the content is awesome. So if you're listening to this today on YouTube, I apologize for the thumbnail, but I'm glad you're here, and thanks for participating in the conversation. That has doubled our audience for this particular show in the last month, and I'm grateful for that. And that was the thing that I added in March, the innovation that I added in March, and it's done quite well. So this will be our innovation for April. We'll see how it goes. And I'm glad you're along for the journey. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you join me back here tomorrow, Saturday. I'll be volunteering tomorrow at the Miami Rescue Mission, also known as the Caring Place in downtown Miami. That is our giving event for my Provisors group this month. I am excited about that. So thanks for joining me here today. That'll do it for this edition of the Inside BS Show, show number 760. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Dave Lorenzo, and I hope you make a great living and live a great life. Thanks for listening to this edition of the Inside BS Show. My name is Dave Lorenzo. If you'd like to apply to be a part of our community, please join us by completing your application directly with me on the phone. You can call me at 786-436-1986, 786-436-1986. I can't wait to speak with you. Join us by calling me today.